Hi, I'm Andrew from CircusCompetition.com. My job today is to show you how to do a DIY lighting kit. We're going to make a lighting stand out of 2x4s using a 6.5 foot tall piece of wood, some 45-degree cut pieces of wood at the bottom as leg stands. We're going to use some really easy to find fluorescent light tubes available in any hardware store. And once you have it all set up, you can turn on the light. You have 2 of these and you can flank the sides of the person's face that you're photographing, and you can get some really interesting lighting. Let's go ahead and show you how to do this. So I'm here to show you the materials that you're going to need and the tools that you're going to need to construct this lighting stand. We're going to have a 6.5 foot piece tall of 2x4, some smaller offcuts of 2x4 that we're going to narrow down to 45-degree angle legs. You have your trusty measuring tape, pencil, some screws, a drill, a miter saw or hand saw if you don't have one of those, and some fluorescent lights. In total, this is about $20, another $10 for the bulbs, about another $5 in wood, and maybe $10 for the screws. You only need about 20 of those, and the tools you should have or be able to borrow from your neighbors. So in total, you're probably, for each stand, spending about no more than $45 or $50 at the most. So the first thing we're going to do with our shorter offcuts is make sure we have a nice clean 45-degree angle set on the miter saw. This one here is an uneven cut. I'm just going to clean it up a bit so that it goes straight down. So once we have this 45-degree angle cut on one of our off-cut pieces, we're going to take the top half. We're going to measure 21 inches. Once we have that, we know that we're going to go cut the other way 45 so that we have this rhombus shape. Once we have this, we know that it's going to stand up against the pole like that. Now we're going to cut 3 more of these. So we're going to find a level surface, get this to as much of a 90-degree angle as possible, and put your piece of wood up against it, and you're going to mark it. There is a better, more accurate way of doing this, but this is a speed job. When we do actually start screwing these in, we're going to lift the pole up a bit and make sure that we keep all the legs around the same height, just so the center's not touching and giving us a teeter-totter effect. So I'm going to take the piece of wood, trace the mark line that I have all the way around. Okay, so we have here our dark line that we've traced. As I said earlier, we're going to back it down from it by about 1 centimeter. We've already started our screw into the angle. And we got our first leg installed. We're going to stabilize it later with a second screw. But for now, one of the tricks you want to do is start a screw in. If it pushes the wood away, you back it up and go back in again, and it should level it out. We're going to put 1 screw in the top, just so we can wrap a chain and hang our lights from that. So the assembly of the stand only took me about 15 minutes because I was taking my time to do it with the video. If you were just making a bunch of them, turning them out, it would take about 5 minutes tops. I've got my light, got my chain, I'm going to hang it up and show you the results. Now, this is meant to be shot or used for lighting in a dark indoor nighttime location, but even in the daytime it has some use. You'll see that it flanks the face, fills in the light, and if you bring it closer or farther, you can move the stands around, you can get a completely different effect each time. And we have our fluorescent lighting tube set up to do some nice interesting lighting. Throw in a clown nose, maybe get a costume later on, and you can try doing some test shots. For now I'm going to show you the lightings, and then in the future we'll try to get some shots done with some real circus performers and show you how that works.